You are listening to And Stuff with Don and Mike on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, and other podcast venues.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Don.
Hey, how's it going, Mike? How you feeling today?
I am feeling trepidatious today.
Trepidatious. That's a big word.
That is a big word.
In a world where most podcasts sound the same, two guys talking about almost everything under the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, here is And Stuff with Don and Mike.
Really?
Come on! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So, it's been a long week.
It has. It's been a long week. It's been actually a long, the whole beginning of the year.
Yeah.
You know, with the whole mad rush of, Omicron and everyone ducking and covering or being sick.
I'm worried about the next variant
Me too.
because, what is it, the Greek alphabet? Omicron, the next letter is pi, and that goes on forever.
Yeah, it does. 314.
Yep.
Oh, dropping the C. 314, it's pi.
Yep.
And such forth.
Yep. So, headlines.
Oh, yeah. The Queen has COVID.
The Queen has COVID.
Oh, my God. The Queen has got COVID.
Oh, dear.
How did it get through those thick walls, I wonder? Was it dropped in her tea? Or maybe the royal backside cleaner
Oh,
had it?
dear.
I wonder if she actually got her shots. She's so isolated and protected. Maybe
Yep.
she never got her shots.
Yeah, well, somebody's head is going to roll because somebody brought it.
Yeah, right. It's all part of the what is that? The theory that the Rothschilds, and Colonel Sanders rule the world.
Yes.
With his wee beady eyes and that smug look in his face. Oh, you're gonna buy my chicken. Oh. So I don't know if it's a conspiracy or a sign of the end of the world's coming, but nothing takes that lady out. She's just as tough as can be. So
Yep.
I think
She's going to rule the world for another 450 years.
Probably. It's like Ricky Bobby. I know you're not a big Will Ferrell fan, but he was talking about with his money as a race car driver, it's not outside of science to think he's going to live for 120, 150 years. Same thing with her. She's got money.
Yeah.
She's going to live just like Ricky Bobby.
And he probably got that, if you're not first, you're last.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's definitely the Queen's motto.
Yep.
If you're not the first, you're last.
Off with his head.
I wonder if she has a royal cougher. You know, she
Yes.
says, I feel like coughing.
Please.
Cough.
However, Brian May from Queen just got over COVID.
Yeah, and then he just rocked it out, though. 'cause
And
he's
I
a
was
badass.
I was worried about him because he is my idol.
Would you
and-
say he's your American idol? Even though he's British.
He's British. He's my British idol.
My British idol, yeah.
But been following him since I was able to friggin' figure out what music is, but he got over it. Thank you. I'm so glad.
Through the power of rock.
Yes.
And that man does, right? Yeah, he is like a treasure.
Well,
Brian May.
he will rock us
He will.
and has for many, many, many years.
Yeah. It's just the hair. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's the power of his hair that
So when he stopped dyeing his hair and turned gray, it was like
like a slap in the face.
like night and day.
Like the world is getting old all of a sudden.
But he is an actual doctor of astronomy.
Makes sense.
Very
Right.
intelligent man.
Astronomy.
He built his guitar with his father.
Oh, that would be cool. I think that would be really neat if, like, you're a musician, the guy from Parks and Rec, the one that he builds his own guitars and stuff. I can't think of his name at the moment, but I love him.
Yeah, he built the Red Special, which is what the guitar's name is, with his dad and with part of a fireplace mantle, motorbike springs.
Oh wow!
A knitting needle piece.
I'll have to Google a picture of this thing.
Oh
later.
yes, it is.
We'll have to insert a picture
somewhere in this house. I have a miniature Red Special. And I also have a lot of memorabilia.
Yeah, one of the things he got for Christmas was a cool book of Queen photos.
Yes, thank you, Mike and Dunya.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I saw that and it had your name written all over that thing, and it's got that perfect picture of Freddie Mercury with his microphone, and I love that picture. It's so kick-ass.
Yeah, that's behind my desk, so every once in a while when I'm done messing around with stuff, I take it out and look at a couple of pictures and then put it away.
Yeah, just tease yourself with it a little bit.
I don't go through the whole book. 2 reasons. Once it's done, then it goes into that bookcase.
That's where I look for it.
It's not there because it has not graduated to that section yet. However, the reason number 2 I don't read the whole thing real quick is because then it's over.
Yeah, and it's a good-sized book.
Yeah.
It's got stories.
It's like how I like my burgers. Thick.
Thick, yeah. My women.
Bone.
I like thick women.
No, I don't. Well, I love all women.
That's true. Personal preferences, though, is an entirely different thing.
Yes.
I'll accept everybody for who they are.
What do they say? No, I'm not going to say that. There's too many jokes.
They say bone is for the dog, meat is for the man.
Yeah, but they say closer to the bone, the sweeter the meat.
That's true. See, there's a saying for everything out there.
Yes.
That's because all women are beautiful.
Absolutely.
That way we don't get killed by anybody walking down the street.
Yeah, or anybody watching going, oh, I remember you 2 sons of... Boop, boop.
So we have like a lot of weirdness in the world now, aside from potentially fatal disease floating around everywhere. But now we have Russia and China and Ukraine and Taiwan, and so we have some crazy stuff out there.
So here's some knowledge for you guys, and you could check it out. It's not just a pipe dream or something we are inventing. Russia is on the border of Ukraine. 75% of all of Russia's forces are at the border of Ukraine. 1/2 of all of the blood supply that Russia has is at the border.
Wow.
Russia has, there is a, can't remember the name of it. It's one of those long-ass chemical names. Russia is the leading exporter of this type of fertilizer that fertilizes for mass growing of corn. They're not releasing anything.
Oh, to anyone in the world?
Right.
Wow.
So, and China has 1/2 of all of the grain of the world in their country right now. So, let's look at history. What happens when people start hoarding?
Yeah. All your toilet paper disappears.
Yeah, they're getting ready for war.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I'm inclined to think Russia's going to take over Ukraine. China's going to take over Taiwan. What's America going to do? Ukraine's not part of NATO.
Take over British Columbia?
We can't even take over Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I mean, we could if we really wanted to. It would be like a...
I don't know why. I think they voted, right? And the Puerto Ricans didn't want to become the 51st state.
I can't remember.
I don't remember either. If you guys know, send us like and subscribe, and then send us drop some knowledge on us.
However, there was a lot of talk about Puerto Rico becoming a state because it's a democratic
republic. Well, it is considered a province, right?
No, it's just a territory.
Or territory is what I meant. Yeah.
So if that was the case and Puerto Rico became a state, then the Democrats would take control of the House because there would be two more people from Congress that would be Democrat from.
Oh yeah, like cool dancing, good food eating Puerto Rican Congress people. Hell yeah.
Yep. Got a lot of Puerto Rican friends out there from Connecticut.
Yeah.
And Anthony Cruz, I know you watch.
Oh, wow.
He's a good friend of mine. a good friend of the family, and also an ex-Marine.
Ooh, yeah. Thanks for your service.
Yeah, he also is a security guard for the Stars.
Oh, wow. That's got to be, that's got to be frustrating, right?
Well, he said he did work for like Adam Sandler.
I think Adam Sandler would be cool, but
He said he was really cool.
yeah, I think he'd be amazing. But you can imagine some of the prima donnas you'd have to like deal with.
Oh.
You'd probably be rooting for the bad guys to take him out.
Well, this dude Anthony is he's got that down. He's got the perfect temperament for it. He just thinks. I mean, he's. I don't know how to say it. He's very charismatic, very just cool dude. Just knows a lot about a lot of things, and so he can handle it.
Yeah, better him than me. I think I would just give up. Like, all right, take him.
But people like that, I want to interview someday because that would be so fun to say, well, this guy does this and this guy does that. That's probably like a few years down the road when he's time to retire because he'll never get another job in the city if he talks shit about people.
Yeah, that's true. He can't ever talk
relay,
about it.
yeah.
Maybe when he's older or after a celebrity passes away that he's talking about. Years and years ago, my mom worked at Cedars and she took care of Sammy Davis Jr. And Sammy Davis Jr. had this big British guy that was his bodyguard at the time. And
Was he the candy man?
yeah, he was a candy man.
Who loves you, babe? Sammy loves you, man.
And he would come up. My mom would invite him to the house on his days off, and she just fondled that guy and drooled all over that guy. But he was really nice. But he's the one that told us that Sammy Davis and him met a 5-star general that told them that Roswell was for real. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I can tell you that guy, cuckoo, cuckoo, aliens.
Who loves you, babe? Sammy. Sammy loves you, man.
I think his eye was abducted by aliens.
So the funny story about him and his wife. Now that you mentioned Sammy Davis Jr., I guess he coughed one time while he was out on a date, and she scooped it up and handed it back, and he said, "Well, you were the first person that caught my eye."
Dum-dum-dum.
Thank you very
Did
much.
her face ring a bell?
Yes. Oh, that's one of the Pee Wee Herman's jokes. I actually watched that last night. He was on.
It's hysterical,
David
right?
Letterman. Yeah, and the fact that he falls down and laughs at his own joke is priceless.
I'm glad you got into his older stuff. I highly recommend it. When he's the fan letters or the pen pal stuff from prison, and he's in the Pee Wee Herman persona, and he's reading these god awful letters that these prisoners have. It's well worth looking into, man. It's so funny.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's as famous as he is.
Yes. I mean, he started out. He's from New York. He started out in the Groundlings with
Like
Phil Hartman.
a lot of comedians, man.
Yep. And so he came out here. I think some about 1970. I think he came out, started all that Pee Wee Herman persona, and I read a lot about him over the past thing because for other reasons like TikTok. So we'll be doing some.
Yeah, we'll talk about the TikToks and stuff like that.
But he actually is brilliant. Crazy, weird.
But he rolled his comedy thing into a child show, right? The child show, he has like whole lines of children's toys.
Yep.
Couchy and what's his name?
Terry.
The actor, the very famous actor was
Fishburne.
Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne was the cowboy.
Phil Hartman was
the mailman, right?
Well, wasn't he the genie at first?
Maybe, yeah. It's been a while.
I can't remember. Yeah.
I loved Phil Hartman. That guy was-
little hiney ho.
Pee Wee was amazing.
Yeah, he was. So, anyways.
Oh yeah, you still gotta watch you gotta watch movies, but you gotta watch his last thing he did on Netflix, which was hysterical.
Yeah.
With Joe Magninala, because I want to hear you do that.
Oh.
Hey, Joe Magninala. He can't.
But he actually, He tried out for Saturday Night Live,
I did hear that. Yeah.
and he did not make it because he and Gilbert Gottfried at the same time had the same type of comedy. So they picked Gilbert Gottfried instead of him, and he got so pissed that he borrowed money and started this play, and was sold out every night for like 5 months.
Yeah, Pee Wee's Playhouse. But
Yeah.
it's the beginning of that. I don't know if that's what it was called, but it was the beginning of that.
So it was very, very interesting.
Interesting cat. It's good to look into someone like that because, at this point you probably don't know his past or how he got to where he is. He's just part of the pop culture,
Yep. But and then he was doing really well with Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which I know the whole friggin' movie.
Oh,
That's
I
one of the movies
love that
I
movie.
could almost recite word for word.
Yeah, I can understand that. And Big Top Pee Wee was.
Yeah, I was
wasn't a
not
big fan of that.
I was not a fan.
But I don't think a lot of people were. Although my kid watched that movie a billion times, and the regular Pee Wee too. So and all the Pee Wee shows and everything.
Oh, so we got, you know what? We screwed up. We should have done. What's the word? What's the big word?
Today was we already did it. I forget.
Yeah, I know, but what was it?
I can't remember now.
Oh,
we have
well.
to rewind it. Well, you want to say it? You can say anti-establishmentarianism.
No, but then like Pee Wee.
Tenuous.
Then we go like.
Oh yeah. The word of the day.
Yeah.
Tenuous was the big word of the day.
But yeah.
Yeah, my aged brain is getting slower and slower.
What did you say? Anyways,
So what we're trying to say is that we need Pee Wee Herman to invade Russia and China and to rescue us from an impending war.
yes.
And I don't know.
All he's got to do is go there and still look for his bicycle,
He does, which I'm sure is probably in there somewhere.
because I'm sure he still can't find it.
All we got, don't we have to just? Doesn't Russia survive on McDonald's now? Don't we have to just cut off their supply of Big Macs?
Could be Big Mick.
I know that they have one in Moscow that people wear tuxedos to.
Oh,
They
can
do.
you imagine?
They do. There's some gnarly, fancy McDonald's out there. There's ones where you have to make reservations and you have to wear a suit and tie too.
Oh my goodness.
So that's just weird to me,
Jeez.
especially since I'm in my underwear when I go through the drive-through.
Yeah, like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. Or at least when I watch my movies.
They didn't want to prosecute him because I guess the evidence wouldn't stand up in court.
Boom! But I'm. Oh! Go ahead.
Exhibit A. Me without my bike.
That's actually it's from the movie too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I like when he's holding the meeting in the basement and he's just telling everyone to find my bike, but never really giving them any
Yeah.
options. That and Texas, because deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah. The stars at night are big and bright.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Anyways, so so the reason we're talking about Pee Wee is because we're on TikTok
Oh yeah,
at Stuff with Don and Mike,
yeah. If you haven't
or
watched,
and Stuff with Don and Mike. I'm sorry, I screwed that one up. And we have some videos on it.
there's 36,000 total views.
Yes.
So that's pretty hefty.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we have 1/3 of that are likes. So we need more people to like us and follow us because we only have less than 600. Less than 700 followers. So we need more. And we're trying to cross promote so that this way, when we actually get the doing stuff down, it's going to be a massive explosion.
Yeah, we'll be covering everything, just like Pee Wee.
Yep.
The whole front row.
Yes.
Anyways, you'd have to look up his history. Anyway.
Yeah, well, Pee Wee, there's probably not going to be another Pee Wee movie because it's already been released in the theater.
Oh! Simultaneously released in the movie theater.
Yeah. So you'll be hearing some Pee Wee. So I bought. What happened was I bought a Pee Wee Herman ventriloquist doll, so we can put it on TikTok.
For those of you that have watched some of the videos on TikTok,
Yep.
and we need you to watch them again and send them out to other people and put it on for your pages, hashtag, and all that stuff. Just get it out there for us.
And we'll be back after that. And we're back.
And we're back.
So we have a special guest. There he is.
It's Pee Wee with his little penny loafers.
Yep. So yeah, I'm weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So hopefully, I said wave. Just wave.
Yeah,
oh,
no wag.
Yeah, not the wag. So.
His knuckles are all dirty.
Yeah.
What have you been doing, Pee Wee?
Nothing. Anyway.
Out looking for his bike.
Yeah.
He just came back from Texas. Yep. Well, let me go.
Yep. And anyways, so much for Pee Wee. So TikTok. Let's go back to that for a second because that's we're pretty proud of that so far.
Yeah, so far it's pretty good. Everyone's response has been great. Don has been amazingly creative, and he's come up with some really good stuff on there, guys. So you got to go look.
So we're gonna keep going with somehow I don't know what it is, but I saw the puppet that was on the last episode, the COVID cell, or is it it's a cell, right?
Yeah, it is.
And so we put that on there and told COVID
jokes.
told jokes about the virus and got 16,000 friggin' views and like just tons of likes. So that was kind of cool. So he's got, believe it or not, he is recording more stuff.
Oh, really? COVID?
Yeah,
Wow.
he is in the studios as we speak.
He's a busy guy. He's
Yeah.
getting around.
He's getting around all right.
Is he come back from England from giving the Queen COVID?
I think so. So I think he's probably going to, bangers and mash and all that kind of stuff.
I've had some fish and chips and the Queen.
Yes. So he's, and then, of course, there's Elmo that was there.
Oh, I love
is
Elmo.
on
You gotta
TikTok.
love Elmo.
And Kermit the Frog.
The frog.
Yes. So, and then the word is that there's a shark somewhere in there and a T-Rex in there somewhere.
There's a great white shark somewhere around there.
Yes.
It's a sighting. We'll see. And then, maybe a little Muppet action, huh?
Yeah. Oh, and Fozzie Bear.
Yeah, I love the Muppets.
So
Fozzie's one of my favorites.
Yeah. So he'll be making an appearance pretty soon.
With a whole new lineup, a whole new routine.
Yep. Waka, waka, waka.
What's with all the Wakas?
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Jerry Seinfeld.
Mix a little Seinfeld and
Why is it all like this? I got to practice that one. I haven't done him.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not an impersonationist or what do they call it? Impersonator?
Yeah.
Wow.
However, there's a couple of impersonators that actually follow the TikTok thing.
Oh yeah, they're waiting to see what other weapons you have in your arsenal of impersonations.
So TikTok is a totally different animal from what it was like 6 months ago. So 6 months ago, 7 months ago, it was mostly 14-year-old girls.
Which was disturbing because whenever I looked at it, was
jumping around,
dancing on there,
doing their boobs and talking about this and talking about that.
Which it had the inner parent in me going, "Where are your parents?"
Yep. And then now it's become more people in their 40s and 50s.
Where all the kids are saying, "Stop doing that, Dad."
Yeah. Like, you're taking over our social media, you old people.
That's right. Some other old people will make a new one for you guys.
Yeah. So, but it's hilarious. And some of the messages that we get.
Oh, the comments, yes.
The comments are because they'll actually send me a DM. Direct message for those who don't know.
Or dumb messages.
Dumb messages. And like one guy was like, your Kermit the Frog was top notch and blah blah blah. And then I get one that was like, my uncle died of COVID, and how dare you exploit that? I see no funny correlation to, or I see no humor in COVID and all that stuff. Look what it's done to the country, and to which I just rifled back. Get a fucking life.
Yeah, laughter's the best medicine.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I mean, look, we don't know if it was COVID that killed him, or whoever, or killed people. We know that it was a contributing factor to their demise. Unfortunately,
That was my wife's aunt, who, when in isolation, they zoomed her whole death. It was horrible.
oh,
It's the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my life. Her begging not to die, and then them giving her the shots and not being able to talk anymore. It was just horrible, and yet I can still find joy and laughter. You have to.
yep.
You have to. Otherwise, you're just going to be depressed all the time. So,
Because
find some
life
joy in
is
laughter.
life sucks as it is. Then you throw this variant in its place. I mean, I caught COVID. I was one of the lucky ones. My whole family caught it. A lot of our listeners have caught it,
Yeah.
and they all survived, thank God.
I have yet to catch it. I hide in my bomb shelter after this,
Yep.
and only come out when the moon is full and I'm covered in hand sanitizer.
And we are actually in a plastic bubble.
We are actually, yeah.
Yeah, not. So one of the comments, messages that I got the other day was hilarious. It was about poor Mike, because I do the joke of the day, or try to do a joke of the day. And if you haven't seen the joke of the day, shame on you, because it would make you laugh. There's two of them that would make you laugh.
Yeah, they're funny. One of them's my favorite joke.
It's been around. And Philip said to me yesterday, Dad, you've been saying that joke since I was a little boy. So, but it stands the test of time.
It does.
But one of the messages was like, it was to one of my jokes. The joke was, what do you call a boomerang that does not come back to you? A stick. And so that guy wrote, who's the other fat guy? So I'm going to break that one down. So who's the other fat guy? So that's implying that I am fat.
It is a pretty slick way of calling two people fat at once,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So who's the other fat guy? And then he's not even funny.
Aw.
I know.
You don't get to know me.
And get rid of him.
Wow, so
Yeah.
final.
Well, and then I got one is from a friend of mine who I grew up with, went to the same church and everything. Is who's Mike? So I told him who you were. I told her who you were, and that was it. It's like cricket.
Oh.
cricket. Like I was waiting for like a comeback,
like-
or
like any kind of
he's
comment.
funny or something. Just like who's Mike?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Who am I? Now I have to get very deep into my own self.
Yeah. And then our demographics on TikTok also is 14 to 18, and then 21 to 28, and then there's 128 to 55, which we're really high up in that one, and then the rest of it, 55 and over, there's like 1%, 2%.
Yeah, but that's because they don't know how to use the internet.
They don't know how to use the phone either.
Yeah.
What's this TikTok we're talking about?
Where's my jitterbug?
Yeah. Jitterbug. What was that George Michael song? Yeah.
It always makes me think that they're calling with MS or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're dialing or they're texting.
This
Hey,
phone
hey,
won't
hey,
sit still.
yeah, like, are you coming over? It's like, R.
800 times.
Yeah. So by the time, we shouldn't talk shit.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
we're going to be that age
you know what?
someday.
We can't because we're closer than most. We're closer than probably most of our listeners are.
But it's funny though. Yeah, we've already been there, done that. So if it happens, we're going to laugh our asses off about that too.
Yeah,
'cause
because
remember when
we have a sense of humor.
Yes. which is something that not many people can do anymore because that's offensive to everybody.
Yeah.
These woke people.
Yeah, well, you can be woke.
Yeah.
It's better than being slept. That's the other side of that.
I don't know.
Are there people that are sleepy people, and then there's woke people?
I wake up every morning, thank God. So far, so good.
Yeah, right.
But I just choose to decide what I'm going to believe in rather than what everybody else thinks.
What? Some comments. Although I do like, who's the other fat guy?
Yeah, who's the other fat guy?
Or just like, yeah, that's who Mike is.
Yeah. But anyways, we got to get more followers on it, and
yeah, it'll come. You guys will subscribe and like and listen, and you'll like the videos. They're funny, man. They're the TikTok stuff is really good.
Yep.
And if you haven't seen Kobe yet, it's soon to be a sensation.
I hope so.
So,
so going on to the TikTok, that we'll see what else happens. Hopefully, we could get a lot more viewers. We did do the. We're going to mention the doing stuff. We are literally like standing still on that one because work has been so extremely busy.
yeah, it's the season we have to before summer, which is our busy season. But we have a pre-busy season because we got to get everything ready for summer.
Yep.
And it's a lot of stuff going on at where we work.
Yep.
A lot of good stuff, actually.
Yep. So, without telling you where we work for like a resort type company. And so we're gearing up for the summer, Memorial Day, which I know is, 4 months away, 3 months away?
Yeah, that's still not enough time.
But that's not enough time. So,
Lots to do, lots of things to rake and clean and pressure wash and plant, all that good stuff.
but we're ready, and we're going to do it. We're going to be hiring a bunch of people, so hopefully that'll take some of the brunt off of us. However, training these new people should be interesting.
Always is.
Yeah, because one thing I wanted to say is the new people, or the people that took off because of COVID. Oh, you know what? Let's stop for a second. So California, let's go. We're going to go around that subject. California has signed into law, and on the 19th, which is yesterday, I think, signed into law, whereas they will pay you for COVID. It's a COVID thing. So, which I'm excited. You know why? Because, yes, I had it, but now, and I had to use sick time, my sick time. Now they have to give me my sick time back.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they have to pay, California has to pay you up to 80 hours for COVID. However, you have to prove that you have a positive, and that's only for the first week.
That's easy enough.
Then
right?
you have to, you got to go sniff the queen's butt, I guess.
Yeah. Well, she took the China test.
Yes. And then if you can prove that you have COVID for a second week, they'll pay you up to 80 hours.
Very cool.
So that's kind of cool. That's one of the very few things that
How
I
do
think.
you get your positive test and you just walk into work and say, "Here, guys, here's my paperwork."
Yeah. Hey, catch.
Here you go, man.
Yeah.
You got my COVID test.
Yeah. You want to see the tissue?
Yeah.
But so all the people that have, and one of the criteria is the company has to have 26 or more employees.
Yeah, big enough company to support the
Yeah, because a lot of companies would go under.
Yeah.
So, that's awful nice of California to do that. I appreciate it. It's one of the few things that California has done for me that I enjoy, that I appreciate.
Well, yeah, since no one can afford to live here anymore,
Yeah.
it's nice to see they're going to give us back a little bit of money that they're probably going to tax us on.
They're going to tax you on it anyways. And then, there's all the homeless people that are, just, how come the homeless people didn't get all this COVID stuff?
Well, they're pretty tough. They're outside all the time.
Yeah, but sheesh.
They're around it.
I mean, I fought it forever, and then, well, you got the booster. I didn't get the booster.
I got the booster.
I think that was the dividing.
I don't know. I can tell you that, and I don't know. I've just been watching, but I got all 3 shots. My wife and I, my daughter, and all of our family. We have an 84-year-old mother-in-law, so we all wanted to be protected to make sure she didn't. It's very important to us all.
Hi, Mama.
Yeah, hi, Mama. And
which she is adorable.
Oh yeah,
I think she's so cute.
She's like incredible. She's an incredible woman.
Yeah.
I highly recommend meeting Mama when you're not sick with COVID.
And have her say what word?
Oh, well, there's 2 words. I love her to say shit because she has a Cuban accent, so it's like cheat, and then cookies. It's like Cookie Monster, man, from Cuba. It's amazing. So we got the thing, and then I noticed that everybody around me who didn't get the shots or the booster was getting sick, and in our family, none of us got sick because we had the shots or the booster. I do actually think my sister-in-law, my nephew got sick, but he is young and he was running around and probably fornicating and doing drugs with people. Probably, I don't know what kids do nowadays. So I'm sure you catch COVID from doing that stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So, COVID. We keep talking about COVID because it's like right out there in our face, and no matter what we do, California has now relaxed the mask mandate, except for certain counties like Los Angeles County. But they did say that once California has gone 7 days without an influx of more cases, then they're going to relax the mask mandate. So you have to still wear the mask inside, but you don't have to wear it outside.
Which I don't ever really wear my mask. I still don't get people that drive around in their cars by themselves.
I'm telling you,
wearing a
that's so they
mask.
don't lick the inside of their window.
It's just really weird. Really weird. They're just driving along and they're wearing a mask, and there's no one else in the car. Why are you wearing the mask? Anyways, so to combat the depression of COVID around our area, we have a sticker contest.
Yes.
So Don has planted 8 stickers.
So far.
And then I get some more stickers, so I will probably put maybe 1 or 2 somewhere down by me. So we have 8 stickers out there. Why don't you tell them what the sticker contest is, Mr. Don?
So the stickers we showed you last week. If you find one of our stickers and it looks very similar to the And Stuff with Don and Mike microphone right there, if you find one, take a picture and text it. Or you don't even have to text it. You can email it to andstuffwithdonandmike@gmail.com and let us know where you found it. And the first few people that do that is probably going to get a nice little prize. We're not talking just a little dinky prize. We're talking a pretty decent prize. So
yeah, like a couple of piles of poop.
Yeah. Yep. Good to the last drop.
Well, rubber. We don't want to.
Yeah.
I think it's illegal to mail poop, probably.
Well, they sell fertilizer.
That's true. And there's a company that will actually sell you like tiger poop and bear poop and elephant poop and antelope deer poop, all kinds of weird exotic animal poop.
Wow. But a funny thing happened while I was trying to put a decal on, was I went to one establishment, and so I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I was strategically placing a decal, and I heard, "What are you doing?" I look around, and this dude is standing there waiting, looking at me. I'm like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "This is my place. You can't do that." I'm like, "Okay." It's not like I'm slapping it on like a medical building or, like over the 911 decal on a car or a police car or something. I'm just putting them like random. And I looked the day before yesterday, and they're all still there, all 8. So no one has taken them off or anything like that. But yeah, he was not very happy that I was affixing a decal to his establishment. And he asked me, oh, that was another thing. He said, what happens if I put that over on my place? I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah, you can have it.
Go ahead. So I'll never shop there again because the guy was just a jerk. Maybe I brought it upon myself, but you just say, hey, man, do you mind not doing that? And I okay.
Yeah, it can be.
And when you turn your back, I'm going to slap it right on there
that's
around the corner. No, I would show respect. But these decals are nowhere where they're going to create, any kind of harm or anything. They're not defacing any kind of building. They're a little tiny sticker, about this big. When you go to the stop sign at the end of the street, what do you see? You see, I don't even know. They're band stickers or.
Yeah, they're weird now, right? The band stickers.
They're all over the place.
At most of the fast food places I go to, there's stickers all over the.
Yep.
Over
that sounded like a hint.
No, well, I'm sure.
It sounded like a hint.
Yeah.
But
where do these other fat guys eat?
Yeah. So we'll be back after this. And on the 19th, which is yesterday, I think, it signed into law, whereas they will pay you for COVID. It's a COVID thing. So, which I'm excited. You know why? Because, yes, I had it, but now, and I had to use sick time, my sick time. Now they have to give me my sick time back.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they have to pay, California has to pay you up to 80 hours for COVID. However, you have to prove that you have a positive, and that's only for the first week.
That's easy enough.
Then
right?
you have to, you got to go sniff the queen's butt, I guess.
Yeah. Well, she took the China test.
Yes. And then if you can prove that you have COVID for a second week, they'll pay you up to 80 hours.
Very cool.
So that's kind of cool. That's one of the very few things that
how do you get your positive test and you just walk into work and say, here, guys, here's my paperwork.
Yeah. Hey, catch.
Here you go, man. I got my COVID test.
Yeah. You want to see the tissue?
Yeah.
But so all the people that have, and one of the criteria is the company has to have 26 or more employees.
Yeah, big enough company to support the
Yeah, because a lot of companies would go under.
Yeah.
So, that's awful nice of California to do that. I appreciate it. It's one of the few things that California has done for me that I enjoy, that I appreciate.
Well, yeah, since no one can afford to live here anymore, it's nice to see if they're going to give us back a little bit of money that they're probably going to tax us on.
They're going to tax you on it anyways. And then, there's all the homeless people that are, just, how come the homeless people didn't get all this COVID stuff?
Well, they're pretty tough. They're outside all the time.
But sheesh.
They're around it.
I mean, I fought it forever, and then, you got the booster. I didn't get the booster.
I got the booster.
I think that was the dividing.
I don't know. I can tell you that, and I don't know. I've just been watching, but I got all 3 shots. My wife and I, my daughter, and all of our family. We have an 84-year-old mother-in-law, so we all wanted to be protected to make sure she didn't. It's very important to us all.
Hi, Mama.
Yeah, hi, Mama. And
which she is adorable.
Oh yeah,
I think she's so cute.
She's incredible. She's an incredible woman.
Yeah.
I highly recommend meeting Mama when you're not sick with COVID.
And have her say what word?
Oh, well, there's 2 words. I love her to say shit because she has a Cuban accent, so it's like cheat, and then cookies. It's like Cookie Monster, man, from Cuba. It's amazing. So we got the thing, and then I noticed that everybody around me who didn't get the shots or the booster was getting sick, and in our family, none of us got sick because we had the shots or the booster. I do actually think my sister-in-law, my nephew got sick, but he is young and he was running around and probably fornicating and doing drugs with people. Probably, I don't know what kids do nowadays. So I'm sure you catch COVID from doing that stuff.
Yep. So COVID. We keep talking about COVID because it's like right out there in our face, and no matter what we do, California has now relaxed the mask mandate, except for certain counties like Los Angeles County. But they did say that once California has gone 7 days without an influx of more cases, then they're going to relax the mask mandate. So you have to still wear the mask inside, but you don't have to wear it outside.
Which I don't ever really wear my mask. I still don't get people that drive around in their cars by themselves.
I'm telling you,
wearing a
that's so
mask.
they don't lick the inside of their window.
It's just really weird. Really weird. They're just driving along and they're wearing a mask, and there's no one else in the car. Why are you wearing the mask? Anyways, so to combat the depression of COVID around our area, we have a sticker contest.
Yes,
So Don has planted 8 stickers.
so far.
And then I get some more stickers, so I will probably put maybe 1 or 2 somewhere down by me. So we have 8 stickers out there. Why don't you tell them what the sticker contest is, Mr. Don?
So the stickers we showed you last week. If you find one of our stickers and it looks very similar to the And Stuff with Don and Mike microphone right there, if you find one, take a picture and text it, or you don't even have to text it. You can email it to andstuffwithdonandmike@gmail.com and let us know where you found it. And the first few people that do that is probably going to get a nice little prize. We're not talking just a little dinky prize. We're talking a pretty decent prize. So
Yeah, like a couple of piles of poop.
yeah, yep. Good to the last drop.
Well, rubber. We don't want to.
Yeah.
I think it's illegal to mail poop, probably.
Well, they sell fertilizer.
That's true. And there's a company that will actually sell you like tiger poop and bear poop and elephant poop and antelope deer poop, all kinds of weird exotic animal poop.
Wow. But a funny thing happened while I was trying to put a decal on, was I went to one establishment, and so I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I was strategically placing a decal, and I heard, "What are you doing?" I look around, and this dude is standing there waiting, looking at me. I'm like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "This is my place. You can't do that." I'm like, "Okay." It's not like I'm slapping it on like a medical building or, like over the 911 decal on a car or, a police car or something. I'm just putting them like random. And I looked the day before yesterday, and they're all still there, all 8. So no one has taken them off or anything like that. But yeah, he was not very happy that I was affixing a decal to his establishment. And he asked me, that was another thing. He said, "What happens if I put that over on my place?" I'm like, "Go ahead.
Yeah, you can have it.
Go ahead." So I'll never shop there again because the guy was just a jerk. Maybe I brought it upon myself, but you just say, "Hey, man, do you mind not doing that?" And I okay.
Yeah, it could be.
And when you turn your back, I'm going to slap it right on there
that's
around the corner. No, I would show respect. But these decals are nowhere where they're going to create, any kind of harm or anything. They're not defacing any kind of building. They're a little tiny sticker, about this big. When you go to the stop sign at the end of the street, what do you see? You see, I don't even know. They're band stickers or.
Yeah, they're weird now, right? The band stickers.
They're all over the place.
At most of the fast food places I go to, there's stickers all over this.
Yep.
All
That sounded like a hint.
No, well, I'm sure.
It sounded like a hint.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Where do these other fat guys eat?
Yeah. So we'll be back after this. And we're back.
Hey, guys. And we have a special guest with us. Masked up for your protection.
Yes.
For our protection. And it looks like Don
Yeah.
you caught COVID again.
Well, it is, but you notice how he's wearing the mask?
Yeah, and it's an M94 mask too, right?
I think it's like a P24,
A P24
which means absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
Because when you look at the box of these masks, it says not for medical use.
that's the greatest.
Yeah. But they're selling them. So here, put a mask on, but it's
what
not
are
for
they,
medical
what
use.
are they for? Decoration or
I don't know.
like a thong or something?
Yeah.
Put
But
your
if-
legs in between.
But if you look how he's wearing the mask with it under his nose, and if this was a real dude, he'd be breathing like all of us do because it gets cumbersome and we pull it down over our thing. So we're still spreading this dude all over the place.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
What about a
anyways,
word? What about a word from you, Kobe? What do you got to say?
I think it's because you can't hear him
mouth
through
is
the
muffled.
mask.
Yeah.
So anyways, but this is the dude on TikTok.
Like, subscribe.
Like, follow. See, like YouTube is like and subscribe.
Oh, that's right. I'm stuck in YouTube.
This one is like and follow, which is the same damn thing. It's just their brand.
It's just
a cheeseburger or a Big Mac. So,
Definitely.
but he's kind of cool. I
He's
like
really
him.
cool, and he's very friendly.
Yes. Yeah, he'll come to you. Believe me.
He gets around.
Yeah.
He has lots of friends.
Yeah. His. I'm waiting for his video to go viral.
Yeah. And with your help, that can happen.
Yes.
For just 2 clicks a day, you can support Kobe
Yes.
in the arms of viruses.
Yep. So, anyways, the maker of this, I'm gonna have to get my glasses on.
You're old.
I wonder if this is his belly button.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Puppet Pals. That's right. So Puppet Pals is the manufacturer of this in Fremont, California.
Oh, lovely Fremont, California. It's a well-made puppet, actually.
It is. It is. It was like $35 on Amazon.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah, but well, they only make so many, and I got one of the few.
Yeah, but he makes all kinds of stuff,
Yeah,
right?
he does. He makes like I forget, but look, check him out. It's I think www.
.puppetsex.com. No,
It's www.mypuppetpals.com. And it's really, really, I mean, you could use it as a pillow on the plane, but I wouldn't do that because people,
that would be funny, though.
that would be, yeah. Oh, you need a mask. Oh, no problem. Here he is. So that would be hilarious. So we showed you 2 of our buddies. We showed you Pee-wee
And Kobe.
and Covey.
Kobe to me is...
He's 19, by the way.
Yeah, he's only 19. He's a rough 19.
Yes.
But that's because the other 18 before him were not as potent.
Yes. However, the first one killed a lot of people,
Yeah,
and the second one, the Delta one, came and left.
it did.
Like, okay, there's a Delta variant. Okay, where did that one go? I don't know, but new and improved Omicron is
Yeah.
here. So I'm just glad. See ya.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Kobe's gone off back to England.
Yep. He just got off the plane. He said he just flew in from England, and boy, are his arms tired. Something like that. I don't know.
That's the joke.
Thank you very much.
All right, so what else we got?
So the Durham report came out. So this one we're going to try to be as middle of the road as we possibly can.
That's easy because I'm not a political guy, so...
Well, I like politics, but I try to filter through all the bullshit.
'Cause that's why I'm not a political guy, because it all just seems like bullshit to me. Half of the stuff I can't believe people do, so I just don't get involved with it all.
Yeah. The Durham report came out and implicated Biden and Hunter Biden and Hillary and a lot of other people. I am not a fan of Hillary. But however, I think she's a scumbag, but I'm sure she didn't do everything. Well, I don't know because they don't tell you everything. So it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, to form an actual opinion. That's what bothers me about it the most. I don't think any of the politicians that we know and talk about nowadays are incapable of doing all these crazy, awful, terrible things that they're rumors for. But how are you going to prove it?
But see, that's like when one person was in office, it could be Covey. And polio would come over and say, I heard that Covey did this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just like total, just like
it's malarkey and tomfoolery.
Yes. Why do people? I mean, are you that desperate to stay in power? Why don't you just stop with the BS and just do something for America?
That's really ultimately what bothers me. When I watch politicians, I watch their actions and all that. Like, I wasn't a Trump supporter because he started off with anger and division, not because of his politics. I would have supported him. He had some great platforms for like bringing an industry back to America, and he did some of that. But he did sign. He did sign when he did the COVID relief thing. He hid in the COVID relief thing. He gave 180 days for the government to release the videos about the aliens, about you've seen that video, right, where the fighter jets following.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a Tic Tac video, and then they have others. It's because of him, and he put it in the COVID release bill, like hid it in there. So the department, the ATIP, it's called the Advanced Aeronautics. Anyways, and so that part I kind of like, but the rest of the stuff, I don't like it. Just the division, the anger, we don't need any more help. We need help bringing us together, not dividing us. So Trump sold me out on that stuff. I didn't like it.
And then Biden's just an old fool,
flibberty gibbet.
Yeah, he's an
I'm
idiot.
trying to think of an old timey name for him. I know why.
He likes ice cream, though.
He does like ice cream. Doesn't he? He just likes sitting
That's
on his front porch.
because he likes the brain freeze, I think.
Yeah, well, it makes him feel his brain.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a huge...
That's so he remembers. Oh, yeah, I got one?
I got one. I'm not a huge fan of Biden, but I'd take him over Trump because he just liked talking about himself and not getting anything really done. I mean, you need to have stuff done when you're a president. That's just my stupid opinion. So,
well, I'm not a fan. But anyways, the Durham report is out there. I'm going to look at it a little deeper because I don't want to pass judgment on things that I don't know about because I don't like looking like a jerk. My father...
Too late.
Too late. My father, God rest his soul, gave me a poster when I was a kid because I guess I was a Philadelphia lawyer, as he called me as well. And looking for all the angles to benefit me rather than just telling the truth.
You're working the system, man. That's,
Oh, I learned that, as all 12-year-olds did at that age, to work the system to whatever benefits you. But back in the 80s, it was a whole different ballgame than what it is today. We didn't hear about all the dumb things that politicians do. And if we did, okay. So I remember being a kid and you'd see Gerald Ford trip over something and, I
remember that.
He's a jerk.
It turns out, too, that...
he's brilliant, too.
He was. That if we had the access that we had now to those people back then, but the way we think about... Even Lincoln, if we knew... what we know about Trump and Biden nowadays, like what we knew about Lincoln back then, we probably wouldn't like him.
Can you imagine that, though?
At all.
Back then with Lincoln, to go to the theater, the poor guy gets shot, and the guy comes up to Mrs. Lincoln and says, well, besides that, how'd you like the play?
Yeah, how was the play? Our American Cousin's actually supposed to be a really good play.
Yeah.
It was big at the time.
It was, nobody would be, in 10 more years, I don't even know if we're going to have presidents because everybody's going to be under a microscope and you're not going to be able to get away with the stuff that you got away with.
Well, they're going to do it like the Romans. They're going to have a Senate, get rid of the executive branch and just have a Senate or a Congress that makes all the decisions for everybody.
But you know what's going to happen. Somebody is going to want the power and they're going to, they're going to
That's why they wrote
something.
the song.
Yeah.
I got the power. But yeah, that's true. People always have things up. They make things amazing. People are amazing. That's one thing I do like about Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok is that they're just some creative, amazing people out there. And at the same time, they're just a lot of the people that are just the worst in the world. So it's just this weird mix. It's yin and yang, man. It's night and day.
Yep.
But we need to stop lying and come clean about all our stuff. And a lot of it is just look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. So I can't stand that. I don't want that in a politician.
Yeah.
And I tend to lean towards Democrats too. So I loved Obama, and I know a lot of people hate Obama.
Yeah, I was not a fan.
I was not a fan.